She was born in a charity ward in Los Angeles on June 1st, 1926. Her name then was Norma Jean Mortensen. She was unnamed, actually, for the first week of her life. No spotlight, no crib, just a blanket, a cot, and a future no one could have guessed. In 1944, she worked at the radio plane factory in Van Nuys. Her coveralls hung loose around her frame. Her face smudged with fire-retardant dust. She sprayed aircraft parts for 10 hours a day. Part of the wartime workforce America called Rosie the Riveter. A photographer from the U.S. Army came through to document morale. He asked if she could hold up a part again, just for the light. And when the photograph developed, the factory girl looked like a film still. That image launched a modeling contract. But contracts, they had conditions. She had to be single. So she divorced her young husband. She dyed her hair blonde and changed her name. Marilyn came from Broadway actress Marilyn Miller, and Monroe was her mother's maiden name. With that change, the mirror split. Norma Jean on one side, Marilyn on the other. For the rest of her life, she would carry both. She made 29 films. Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, The 7-Year Itch, Some Like It Hot. The last one earned her a Golden Globe in 1960. During her lifetime, her movies grossed over $200 million, worth more than $2 billion today. But behind the wide smile and camera-ready charm, she was always searching for depth. One of her favorite possessions was her library card. Marilyn Monroe owned over 400 books. Tolstoy, Freud, Joyce, Steinbeck. She kept them close, sometimes even bringing them to set in leather-bound case. She enrolled at UCLA in 1951 to study literature. She wrote poetry. One piece ends with the line, "Only parts of us will ever touch parts of others. One's own truth is just that." In 1955, she formed her own studio, Marilyn Monroe Productions, only the second woman in Hollywood to do so. She wanted roles with dimension. Her gamble led to Bus Stop, where critics praised her for the first time as a serious actress. That same year, she wore a Trevilla-designed dress for the 7-Year Itch, the white halter, the subway grate, the photo that's still sold in tourist shops across the world today. But few know that she fought frequently for Trevilla's credit. She understood branding and authorship and how easily credit could be lost, especially for women. She also understood performance. She studied with Lee Strasberg at the Actors Studio in New York, surrounded by theater veterans. Strasberg called her gifted, alert, and emotionally precise. She wasn't out there pretending, she was learning. And by the end of the decade, she was earning more per film than any other actress in America. Still, the mirror cracked. On August 5th, 1962, she was found in her Los Angeles home. She was 36. The official cause of her passing, barbiturate overdose. But the real cause was likely more complex. Layers of stress, control, loneliness too deep to photograph. Marilyn's image is still one of the most reproduced in the entire world. But behind the icon was a woman who worked, studied, and pushed forward. A woman who never forgot the mirror. She once said, "The truth is, I've never fooled anyone. I let men fool themselves." And that is the lasting story. That the girl born in a hospital cot could reshape the film industry without ever fully escaping its box. That she could demand better contracts, own her productions, and still be remembered as the blonde in the breeze. She cracked the door open, and others would ultimately walk through. Reese Witherspoon, Drew Barrymore, Charlize Theron, they all founded production companies in the decades that followed. They've cited Marilyn Monroe's model as an early blueprint, a quiet rebellion disguised as glamour. That mirror between Norma Jean and Marilyn Monroe never fully merged, but in the space between them is where she built a legacy, one made of risk, restraint, and a desire to matter. She was the factory girl, the student, the symbol, and the woman behind all of it. She was born Norma Jean Mortensen. She made herself Marilyn Monroe, but she never stopped trying to be seen as both. These are Interesting Things with JC.